here I am asking everyone from the chief of staff to the kid that serves the mashed potatoes in the cafeteria if they've seen Noah Drake. And what does Patrick do? He invites the first warm body that happens to stroll by for a night out at Luke's casino. Not that I'm jealous, please. I mean, I'm glad I turned him down. At least I have my emotional priorities straight, which is more than I can say for him.
4th floor, nurse's station. One moment. Do you want to know what happened to Patrick's father or not?
Is it just me, or is this room loaded with intrigue tonight?
Well, it's human nature. We're all gamblers.
Is that why you invited me to this party when you really wanted to be with Robin?
I guess Patrick was right. You did go on a bender. Do you even know how much you drank this time?
I don't want Patrick to know this. But I didn't have a drop. I could have used a drink, but I checked myself in here. The urge was just overwhelming. It's all on the chart.
Sorry. I jumped to conclusions. You did the right thing.
Oh. I'll be back in my son's face in no time.
No, your cirrhosis is at end stage. You have to be checked into General Hospital immediately.
No. I go out with who I want, when I want. Robin has nothing to do with it.
The doctor doth protest too much. You're seriously hung up on her.
I think the champagne's clouding your perception.
You misunderstand. I'm glad you asked me out. And I plan to enjoy myself.
A woman after my own heart.
Let's part.
Why are you refusing to save your own life? Which part of you dying will help your son?
Help my son? My son doesn't need any help. It's my life. I made my choices. I'll deal with the consequences.
Then why did you check yourself in here? Why don't you just go drink yourself to death somewhere?
I want to go out sober.
To spite Patrick.
I'm gonna make Patrick so angry at me. He won't be around to watch me die.
That makes absolutely no sense. I don't understand why you would purposely want to hurt...
because I love my son.
Right, like my father loved me so much that he disappeared for 15 years. That's just an excuse.
I want Patrick to have a good life. I want him to have the life that my wife and I planned for him. The best thing he can do is forget me and the mess I made of my life.
How can he possibly forget about you? You're all he has. The problem is, you two are exactly alike. You're way too stubborn to find a way to resolve this.
And you're way too smart to put yourself in the middle of a no-win situation.
Well, I think that can scare me away. You're mistaken.
What are you gonna do?
Watch me.
Getting me moved to General is not gonna change anything. As soon as I'm strong enough, I'm gonna check myself out. There's not gonna be any operation unless you got a spare liver in your purse. I took myself off the donor list.
Will you just stop? You still have a chance, including a donation from a willing son who loves you. That's a lot more than most people could say in your situation.
Most people in my situation have a legitimate reason to have a transplant.
They all have bad livers. It doesn't matter how they got them.
It does to me. My liver's shot because I drank. This wasn't injury or disease. I did it to myself. I earned this.
Did you also earn the right to be your own judge and jury? To decide that you don't deserve to live?
What's this really all about, huh? Is this compassion or medical ethic, or you just want to look good in my son's eyes?
Do you realize you're just as narcissistic as Patrick?
Patrick's a brilliant doctor and a good man.
Maybe. But he's also an egotistical, arrogant, self-centered
Hey,
jerk.
where is Patrick? If you took enough trouble to get me here, I'm sure you alerted him, right?
Patrick is doing a procedure right now.
Really? What's her name?
He'll be here. No matter how angry he is with you, you're still his father.
You having a good time?
I'm having a blast.
Good.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Listen, don't try to be cute or sarcastic. I don't have time for it. Neither does your father.
Hey, sport. How was your procedure?
She was great. Thanks for asking. So what's the emergency?
Hey, don't look at me. I wouldn't have busted up your evening if it was my choice.
So where'd you find them? Face down in the gutter? Falling off a bar stool? Stumbling into the OR?
The Shelton Detox Center called and asked for next of kin. So I drove over and picked him up.
Any particular reason why? If my father wants to go out on a bender while he's dying of cirrhosis, let him do it in his own time. Not mine.
He was sober. He checked himself into the clinic so that he wouldn't drink.
If you believe that, you're too naive to have a medical license.
Here's the chart.
But stand corrected. He didn't drink this time. Just for the 10 years prior.
I told you to stay out of this.
Hey, what are you doing?
A couple of shots of vodka and everyone will forget I was here. Especially me. Just get back to bed.